We're doing a review on 511.
511, yep. This is the LV10 2.0.
2.0.
And this is the LV8. This is Irene's right here,
Yes.
so she's gonna stick around for the video, right?
No.
Okay.
I got some things to do, but y'all have fun.
All right.
Can you say hi?
All right.
Okay. Say bye. Bye, Daddy.
Bye. Great place to start to talk about these two concealed carry slings is the size differences. The LV10 is in the name, it's a little bit bigger than the LV8. Now, one thing that 511 does is they put the designation of the number in the title tells you how long the bag can sustain you or is designed to sustain you. The LV10, 10 hours. The LV8, 8 hours. Now, that's not the only difference in these packs, right? The length of this pack, the LV10, is a little bit longer. This one is 16 inches long, while the LV8 is 14 inches long. Now, there is also a height difference, about an inch right there between the two. Now, the LV8, the liter size, is actually 8 liters. It just worked out that way. Now, on the LV10, it's 13 liters, right? Can be kind of confusing. You know, you would think it would be the LV13, but that's not how 511 does their naming of their products. Like, think about the Rush 24 or the Rush 72, those larger backpacks, right? Sustain you for 72 hours. This one sustain you for 10 hours. Smaller LV8, I'm getting myself confused, LV8, 8 hours. Now, that's not the only difference. I'm going to take you to one of the places that I found that is kind of not a make or break, but something to think about. Now, the LV10 has a fixed shoulder strap. Now, this shoulder strap is very comfortable. Look how wide this is right here. So, saying it's fixed, it can only be carried over your right shoulder, right? It's designed to be carried over your right shoulder like this, right? The LV8 over here has a different design where it's designed to be movable, or you can remove it. You can switch it with this little U clip right here in the back. You can switch it from being carried over the right or the left, depending how you like to carry. And I find that to be important because I actually like to carry sling bags over my left side. So that's something I can't do with the LV10. Just something to note. Now, what else is different about the LV10? And I was holding it upside down. But what else is different? This one actually has a water bottle pocket on the bottom. On the bottom of the LV8, you just have some compression straps to kind of just cinch that load down, make it a little bit smaller. This one has the compression straps at the bottom, but also a nice little water bottle sleeve. And it wants something a little bit smaller, like that right there is like a 16 ounce or 18 ounce Yeti bottle. So that can fit down in there and you can cinch the whole situation down and hold your water down there at the bottom. This bag gives you more capability because it's a larger bag, right? So let's walk through some of the other differences between these two bags right here. Now, the biggest one is the weight. You can definitely feel this. The LV8, I want to say it's like 1.5 pounds. On the website, it says it's 2.6 pounds. There's no way that this is 2.6 pounds. Just no way, right? On the website, a 511 website, they say the LV10 is 2.1 pounds. That makes sense, but still kind of heavy, right? Still kind of heavy for what this is. And I think it has to do with the layers, the multiple layers of organization these bags offer. And let's get into the layers of organization. I think let's go through the LV10 and anything that applies to the LV8 that I haven't mentioned, I'll jump in, right? On the top, you have a quick access pocket right here. It's lined with a nice like fleecy material, so perfect to put in possibly like your cell phone. This is the Samsung Ultra 23, so you can slide that in to that top pocket and put your cell phone in there, and it's got the nice, it's gonna protect your screen and everything. You can zip it on up. These zippers right here are a little small. They're YKK, but they're a little small. So you can slide that in. You can see where I have in there keys and wallet. Perfect place for that. Right there in the top. So you got one quick access pocket, and it's the same on the LV8. On the front, you have another quick access pocket where it's a nice little depth of a pocket right here. So in there, I just have a little Exceeds Rule notebook. This one is just lined with like a nylon material. The exterior of these bags is like their proprietary nylon that 511 uses. It's been super durable. I've been testing this little bag for about a week and a half, giving me no issues. Things that I like about this on the exterior, like we'll go through the exterior of the bags. Nice grab handle. You would be surprised how many sling bags that I use don't have a great grab handle. So this one actually has two. One on the top and one on the side. Excellent for pulling out of the vehicle. LV8, same exact thing. One on the top, one on the side. So feels really good. Pressure straps on the side as well, so you want to compress the load down. I find it really useful with the LV10 because this is a larger sling, and you know, sometimes I'm not using all of the capacity space inside of this pack. I could have left off the compression straps on the side of the LV8. I mean, I really could have just had the ones on the bottom. For me, they were a little bit, you know, just a little bit overkill. One thing I will say about these compression straps, you can use them and just unbuckle them. So that's something that you don't see in a lot of sling bags, is the ability to unbuckle those compression straps. It's like you want to add a tripod at the bottom or something like that. You would be surprised because a lot of them will be fixed and you have to slide the item through those two loops. This gives you a lot more capacity. Maybe you want to carry like a blanket or something like that for a little outing. You can do that with this bag. Little hiking aspect. The shoulder straps I talked about a little bit. Both of them are very comfortable. This is way more for the LV8. A lot of padding for the size of this bag. This is all I need. I see why they went up on the LV10 with the width. I think this is still a little bit overkill. You do have like a stabilizer strap that's on both of these, so if you want to like do that secondary stabilization, you can, which is okay. I never used it. So I never find that I need stabilization. If I was riding bikes or motorcycles more, kind of gave up the motorcycle thing when I had the family, then I would probably use the stabilization strap. Let's get inside. All right, let's get inside this LV10. One thing that I want to say about the LV10 is when you open it up, it can be just a little bit, I wish it was just a little bit more opening, like this top opening. I wish it came down the zipper just to like maybe a 1 to 2 more inches so I could get a little bit better access and a look inside so I could see all of my stuff, right? I do like the 2 pockets that they put on the top of the bags. Very slick far as organization, right? So for me, this eliminates a lot of the pouches that I'm gonna need on the outside or inside of the bag. I don't need a whole bunch of pouches on this bag. I'm trying to zip this down, but you can see this will, and I think it really shows itself on the LV8, how kind of compressed that look is. This is about as far as you can zip that thing down. I wish it was like maybe, like I said, about an inch further you could zip this lid down so you could get a better look at your interior space. On the LV8, you have 1 pocket on the lid here, while on the LV10, you actually have 2 pockets, and I was able to use this really well. I put my medical kit on one side, inside of this pocket, and then I put like my regular hygiene, you know, chapstick, hand cream, that kind of stuff on the other pocket. So you can see this thing has a lot of capacity space, the LV10. So I have enough space for like these headphones, and I have enough space. I started carrying a little bit of food, just some nuts, some, you know, some jerky. Just, you get caught out there, right? You get busy, you get hungry, and you want a little bbit of food with you, right? And then I also have my sunglasses in a hard shell case down at the bottom. So on one side of the LV10, and it's going to be a little bit harder for you guys to see. On this wall, you have some organizational slots. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they vary in size. So 7 slots. So I'm able to put like Sharpie, pen, got my little flashlight there. This is a new addition to my EDC actually. This is the Ace Beam H16. This is a headlamp, which I actually carry the strap to go with it because I find myself really liking using the headlamps more than a standalone, you know, holding your hand flashlight. Like when I want to do something in the dark, I don't want to have to use my hands as well. So it kind of cripples you a little bit. And then I also have a knife in there. That's the Spyderco Chaparral, super lightweight. I try to go lightweight with my items in my sling bags. And then I'll also have down at the bottom the Night Court NU, what is this, the Carbo 10,000. That's one of the lightest 10,000 milliamp battery banks. And the Rolling Square in charge cable 6-in-1. So I got all my charging needs, and since these pockets on this wall are, you know, they vary in size, you can put various items in there. Now on the other side of this sling bag, you have some laser cut MOLLE with Velcro. And you can slide items in, you know, sometimes with the MOLLE, I just slide items in. And I don't necessarily use any type of, you know, attachments or anything like that. You could put pouches, Velcro pouches on this wall, but it would severely limit how much space you're using inside of this bag. Once you put a pouch in there, you're gonna be like blocked in. So that's one thing about this bag. It's big, but it's small. Like it feels big, but it's small. I also have my little, you know, this is my EpiPen for my son, so I definitely have to carry that around with me. He's allergic to everything. I'm allergic to nothing. This boy, allergic to everything. So anyway, you got a little tablet sleeve back here. I have the iPad mini. I tried other stuff. The iPad mini works for me. So I'm gonna stick with my iPad mini. And I heard they're coming out with a new one. So I will be definitely waiting and watching for that. So this is like your organization. Same organization that's in the LV8. Little tighter, harder to see, but the same setup. Organizational pockets on this side, smaller pockets. On this side, your laser cut MOLLE. You do have, you know, a decent amount of space. You do have the little tablet sleeve. I think that the iPad mini will actually fit in there as well. Let's try it out real quick. I never did. So iPad mini definitely fits in there, and it's snug. It fits in there really well. So LV8, you can fit your iPad mini in there. So that's definitely dope. A bigger, like 11-inch tablet, I think you'll be fine in the LV10, but the LV8, I don't think it's gonna fit in there. I think that it wants that iPad mini. So just think about that. Now the main feature, right? The main feature of these bags is the ability to conceal carry. There's a lot of folks that will, you know, want to carry this bag and they won't be doing CCW, right? They just won't be doing that. Some people don't carry, but they want a really functional sling, and I understand that. I think that this sling, though, honestly, is really best suited for CCW, right? Because that's where this sling really shines, and there's some features built in just for that, right? Some other slings will have like a Velcro panel, just like mounted on the backside. You put your holster there, and you know that's kind of where it stops. 511 takes it a step further, you know, really catering to people that carry conceal. So you have this zippered compartment back here. I've seen people, you know, put admin panels back here and things of that nature. It wants a pistol, right? It wants a pistol. So and it does it really, really well. So I just have a simple setup back here. This is like a 45 representation. So most of your compact, you know, smaller CCW guns are going to fit, like MP Shield, you know, on and on. You definitely can fit it. You have plenty of space, enough for the pistol itself and extra mag holsters that if you wanted to slide them in here. So if you're going to carry be all the way prepared, right? So it do have these little tabs in the back here. What you do with these little tabs, they're inside of the CCW compartment, is you lay them on this Velcro, and then when you zip it up, sling the bag to your front like this, right? You got the situation you already identified. You want to get to your pistol now, right? You unzip. It makes it really easy to unzip, and I have the pistol set up in the direction that I would want to draw it, right? I want to draw it out this way. So that's my dominant hand, right? So if you're a lefty and you want to draw left-handed, you would excuse me, I've never been a lefty before in my life. I've always been a righty. So you would want to put the pistol in there like that. You have your setup, you unzip, boom, there you go. You can get to access your pistol. So that's pretty cool. I like it. It does come with this little Velcro attachment. You get this with the sling itself. This is more used for if you already have a holster and then you want to attach that holster inside of this hook and loop panel that's all the way in the back here. So that's what that is, and let me show you how it works out on the LV8, because I don't know if you need all this space. I think you can still carry the CCW. I'm trying to over-zip that tab. So I think you can still carry that CCW without having this size, right? The LV10, this 13 liters. I think you can take it down to 8 really easily with this bag. And it's the same exact setup. You unzip, let me find the zippers. You unzip larger YKK zippers on these back sections. And there you go. This one has a darker interior while the black bag had a lighter interior, but still enough size for most people's concealed carry weapons that they're going to be using, like the most common ones. And you still get that attachment, that holster attachment back there in the back. I think that these bags really excel at CCW carry. So not so much, it's like a balance, right? Organization with your EDC stuff and the CCW situation, right? Or if you're going to conceal carry, I think they lean a little bit heavier on the ability to conceal carry and do that well, because there are some compromises, right? So the weight of these bags, definitely you could find, if you're not concealed carrying, you can definitely find lighter slings, right? Definitely can find lighter slings. It can feel a little cramped to get to the organization in both of these bags. Like definitely when you have them loaded up, and I would just advise against trying to kind of use like Velcro pouches in the inside. The pluses, like those are the negatives. The pluses about these things, the positives about these bags. I like the price of these, right? I think that they're reasonable. I think 511 overall is a very reasonable company as far as how they price their items, right? The LV8 is $90. The LV15 is $115. I think that those prices are fair. I always look across 511's like pricing and I'm like, yeah, that's about right. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I find that companies really like trying to, they try to gouge you. I don't find that so much with 511. That is just me, right? I feel like their prices are fair for the quality of products that they produce. But I would like a black version of this because I really like the ability to switch the shoulder strap from left to right, right? So that, for me, it's not a deal breaker, but it's just uncomfortable. I probably have to carry this bag longer to get comfortable carrying it over my right side. While this one, I can put it right on the shoulder I'm comfortable with, right? I don't necessarily need the water bottle pocket at the bottom of the bag. I would only use that sometimes. Most of the time when I'm carrying a sling, I may or may not use a water bottle, right? Because I might just carry it in my hand. I might do some other things. I'm not necessarily looking for my sling to carry water. That's just me, but some folks do. And if I did, this is so big that I could put the water bottle on the inside, right? This one doesn't have it. I'm not missing anything. I like both of these bags. They're very well constructed. 511 did send these out to me. So I had previously reviewed the LV10, the first generation of this bag. It was good. This is better. This is excellent. I like where they're going. I hope they incorporate that shoulder strap into the LV10 where it's adjustable. Guys, thanks for watching this little review, this overview of these bags. They are excellent and excellently priced, I think anyway. Guys, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you loved it, subscribe. Why not? Got questions, leave them, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.